Hi, I'm in the market for a new indie game. Have anything along those lines?
Well, that doesn't narrow it down at all. What kind of game are you looking for?
I was looking for sort of a fever dream made exclusively of stock assets.
Do you care about the plot or the main character's backstory at all?
Not even a little.
What if some really off-putting narration plays anyway?
Sure, if that's my only option.
Then I think you should buy Only Up.
Thanks, but I'm not interested in any Pixar movies. Could you please recommend an indie game I could buy?
No, this is a game. It's called Only Up.
Oh, then sorry for flying completely off the handle just now. Tell me more.
That's okay, but as long as we can keep things civil moving forward.
You have my word. So, tell me about Only Up.
In this game, you play as Jackie, a teenager trying to escape the hardships of living in the ghetto. And she does this by climbing the most convoluted tower of garbage.
Garbage?
Yeah, like anything that you can imagine. There's a park plaza, a hot air balloon, a chessboard, a condom.
A condom?
A Ferris wheel, a wind turbine, a bus with the driver still in it.
So, is this like a...
Atlas holding up the world, a pirate ship, a freaking dragon.
Oh, so is this,
An enormous Jesus statue, the Great Hall from Harry Potter, an orca,
So...
a black hole, some kind of waifu, another ghetto? Oh, that's about it.
So is this like a miracle Jenga tower just keeping perfect balance?
Nope, almost all of it is floating all by itself, no matter how high up you go.
So is there magic involved?
Well, no, the developer really just wanted to use as many stock assets as possible. But the game is inspired from the fairy tale Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh, so at the end you rob the giant at the top while he's sleeping and then chop down the beanstalk so he falls to his death, and then you get rich off all his stuff?
What? No, that's not how the fairy tale goes, is it?
The original got workshopped a little bit. You're probably thinking of the version where they made the giant a bad guy, so Jack doesn't look like such a sociopath.
No, there are no giants, though at some point you do encounter the skeleton of a giant.
Ah, interesting. The dev beat me to it. Maybe I can just rob the dead giant and push his skeleton off the beanstalk instead.
No, the game's not about that at all. You're not pushing any giants, there's no beanstalk, there's no enemies, there's no combat. Your goal is just to make it up this series of stock assets.
Well, how high does this go?
Pretty much to the moon.
And what happens when you get to the top?
Well, I don't want to spoil it for you, but then you win the game.
So you mean to tell me that one day this impoverished teenager climbs 200,000 miles into the sky and doesn't suffocate or get tired?
Yeah, let's try not to think too much about the logistics. I mean, there's not even fall damage.
Wait, you can fall? I thought you could go only up.
The game needs some kind of challenge. You're climbing to the freaking moon. That's not an easy thing to do, probably.
So what happens if I fall?
Well, since you can't get hurt or die in this game, you instead take personal soul damage.
How does that work?
As you fall, you get to watch hours and hours of progress loss fly by at terminal velocity.
Oh god, are there at least checkpoints? I'd hate to lose all that progress.
If you're lucky, you can grab hold of a ledge with a vaguely defined hitbox on the way down. Otherwise, it's back to square one.
Gosh, that would be frustrating.
You have no idea.
Are there any quick ways to recover that progress?
Well, there's more than one way to the top. You can follow meandering railroad tracks, or if you find a bed, you can launch yourself at physics-defying speeds.
Oh, so the beds are basically magic speedrun machines?
More like the bounce value slider was turned all the way up. But this is a high-risk, high-reward strategy, because if you miss,
You fall to square one?
you fall to square one.
So how much time do you think it'll take for me to get to the top?
You'll probably be at it for a good 5 hours if you don't fall. Because if you do,
Square one.
square one.
So, not that I'm interested in the story or anything, but is there any kind of moral takeaway for this game?
Well, the game is all about giving yourself room to fail and learning from your mistakes so that you can do better next time.
Oh, that's kind of a nice message for the game to portray. So many games these days are so competitive and toxic.
But if you fall, that's on you because you just wasted a lot of time, idiot.
Hell, that's not good for my self-esteem. I thought you said that I... Couple solid ones in there.
Sure.
What? Oh no! Oh, very frustrating editing mistake.
Oh, very frustrating editing mistake. very inconvenient thing to have to fix in post.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Should I do another one?
Yeah, oh, that was a take? Sorry. It sounded like you were reading it like phonetically.
That was a take? Rook, that sucked ass. I didn't know you were trying. You better dig deep and try again.
This isn't working. I'm gonna need a new Rook.
Now taking auditions for Rook.